Zuck the cuck drinks water like a duck, but he also drinks your data. So tell him and Google to shove your data up their schwing-schwangs by downloading the Brave browser. It's free, blocks online advertising, and protects your privacy and data from evil tech companies. You only see ads if you want to see them, and you get cryptocurrency for your attention. Don't let Zuck use you to make a buck. Download Brave by clicking on the link down below.
Howdy, lieutenants and economists. The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com. Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Good morning, lieutenants and economists. It's Asshole Consulting. How you doing? We had a little bit of email troubles. The best part of waking up is not this coffee in your cup. I don't know what the GF got. And it is another beautiful day for Asshole Consulting, where the old Capmeister might just stay in and write and be moody and be an author. Today's good authoring weather. Alright, we gotta get to Asshole Consulting because this is how I wake up. Zach writes, please do a reaction video to this. Have you heard of anything similar? Would you discourage people from relocation to Los Angeles? Well, without watching this video, you don't move. Well, look, you never move to any major metro areas, period. Simply because of one reason only, and that's commuting, that's traffic. I know it might be a requirement when you're younger to either attend a school or a trade school, get a job, get that first thing on your resume. But look, here's a bit of advice even before we get to the video. Do what older people do. Gee, well, not that much older, but people in their late 20s and 30s, they move to the burbs. Why? Well, probably because they want to buy a house, and houses are at least affordable out there. But then what do old people do? Old people retire, they move to Florida, they get the F out of Dodge. And the reason they do that, among many other things, they don't want to commute. You don't want to deal with traffic. And Los Angeles, I think, to this day, still has the worst traffic ever. I've driven through Los Angeles twice. I'll never do it again. I'll visit people on the outskirts. But yeah, I would discourage people moving to Los Angeles on that alone. The amount of time you waste in your life, that's gone. That's just, I mean, you suicide yourself. A good 25% of your waking hours moving to Los Angeles or any major metro area that has horrible traffic like that. So unless you're working from home, Owen, and then you're talking, it's California. No, everybody listening to me right now, if you are a young person or an old person, but old people, a little bit late, your goal is to get out of high-tax states and keep the majority of your wealth and your labor to yourself. You just don't live in California, period. There's no reason to. Northern California ain't that bad. Yeah, but you still got the city people's dick in your ass in terms of state income taxes. I mean, unless you were like making no money and retired and collecting a government check off the Californians, then go ahead and do it. All right, so let's watch this video. I think I got the audio up a little bit. Let's press play. We're gonna get an advertisement here first. Okay, there's a video of shit in the streets and traffic. A rat. Crazy guy. A guy grabbing a drunk. Alright, so what's happening? They're playing... Was it the Beatles that played the California song? They're just showing you all the shit people in California. Yeah, you see all this garbage piled up. There's a guy throwing a rock at a bus. The bus driver ran out of the bus. Yeah, look, you don't hold any rules. You give people free money. They're going to go down to their basic urges. All right, let's keep playing here. Oh, 13 minutes. I thought this was 4 minutes. There's a homeless, shirtless guy. There's the riots. Tents.
Recently, President Trump launched a new offensive against progressives by drawing attention to the decrepit state of major leftist-run cities.
Okay. I thought it was all California. Alright, so this is Paul Joseph Watson. This is his channel.
Wonder where he got that idea from, but forget about Baltimore. If Baltimore was a toilet, LA would be a 500-acre landfill. LA can truly lay claim to the accolade of being king of the shitholes. There are now an estimated 60,000 homeless people living on the streets of LA.
Yeah, this guy's going into a
70
dumpster. 60,000. That's like population Mankato.
5% rise in homelessness since 2012.
Did you ever see I Am Legend?
Yes.
Okay, remember when all...
Alright, so this is, now they got, what's his name? Conspiracy theory guy. And not, InfoWars guy. Joe Rogan.
the fucking crazy zombie people are running at once?
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
You serious?
I'm telling you, you can't believe the volume.
To illustrate the homeless problem,
Oh, yeah.
comparison between 2015 and 2017.
So they have a guy driving out a car, and there's, in 2015, and there's no tents, and now in 2017, there's a ton of tents.
Look at the increase in trash and tents
Wow.
in a period of little over 2 years. And what's the mayor's solution? To paint murals of homeless people, because painting a mural of people who can't afford to live in California is really going to help homeless people live in California.
I like Paul Joseph Watson because he just speaks very clear. You don't even need data; you just need logic nowadays to fight this shit. But I don't see how this is a problem because people in California vote this shit in. Seattle, they voted in. San Francisco, they got the poop app, the shit app.
Look at me, I'm helping! Former Sex Pistol Johnny Rotten recently complained about homeless people littering Venice Beach with feces and needles. They're aggressive, and because there's an awful lot of them together, they're gangy, he said. When
Could recall he probably was a liberal at one time too.
this guy
How would you like a smack in the head?
is worried about other people being too aggressive, chances are they're quite aggressive.
Yeah, they're mental.
Thanks to ever lighter prison sentences, crime in Los Angeles County is also on the rise. According to Bob Lindsay, a 40-year veteran of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, murders in one area he patrols were up 900% last year. FBI stats also showed a 56% increase in murders in Los Angeles County. Crime amongst the homeless population rose by 50% over the last year.
1 year, 50% increase in 1 year. See, look, city council members are pussies. The liberals are they'll never tell anyone no. They're only, they are, there's the mother way and the father way. And you need both to raise society and children. But if you only skew it one way, you have a father, you have a dictator, a tyrant, your kid's going to grow up a little skewed. And will probably also become a dictator and a tyrant. He'll have a stick up his ass. If it's all mother and cake and food and love, we just haven't given them enough money. It's not even out of love, it's out of cowardice. Mothers don't want to spank their children. Liberals don't want to spank their citizens. They don't want to have, and I don't mean like assault, I mean like enforce laws.
That's the attack inside a Westside McDonald's.
Business owners, Rick and Susie, and the workers down here say they see this all the time. They weren't at all surprised to hear about this violent attack.
How much we got?
Looks like he's trying to hijack the bus. Some of the passengers run out the back.
Residents of modern cities often complain about the loss of tradition. But what could be more traditional than the return of diseases not seen since medieval times? Thanks to LA's ever-increasing piles of uncollected trash, typhus has made a spectacular comeback. Rats gorge on the trash, multiply, and then spread the fleas that transmit the typhus. Typhus is a third world disease caused by a breakdown in society where trash pickup becomes a luxury.
We have second world nations, micronations. They, you know, you could even say maybe third world nations. I don't know. What do you want me to say? It's common sense. You let people be shit, you're gonna have shit. This is
only normally seen in socialist hellscapes like Caracas, Venezuela, and it's not just the homeless who are getting typhus. Deputy City Attorney Liz Greenwood caught it because City Hall is infested with rats.
Oh, she's a leftist. Oh, look at this fat. Yeah, she's a leftist.
Typhus. It's a medieval disease that's caused by trash.
Piles of trash like those on Ceres Avenue.
I thought I was going to die.
And there you were thinking,
They'll never make the connection. With the word no, support yourself. and they'll never make the connection.
Baltimore was notorious for its rats. LA is known as the city of rats. According to pest control companies, requests for rat exterminations are up 60% in the last 12 months alone. There are now an estimated 12 million plus rats in Los Angeles. Guess what other...
I'm gonna skip. This is gonna take forever. You said it was a 4-minute video, not 13.
Bubonic plague.
1.5.
Hang on, let me take a look. Something similar. Why did I say it was like... I'll keep playing. Here's Tucker Carlson.
Percent of the rats in Los Angeles are now believed to be carrying the plague. If that figure hits 2%, it will start jumping to humans.
We cleaned up the plague even before antibiotics because of public health. Here we are back in Middle Ages type situation.
If Los Angeles doesn't sort out its trash problem and its homeless problem, the return of bubonic plague is virtually guaranteed.
We have complete breakdown of the basic needs of civilization.
Oh, there's Drew. Dr. Drew! Why don't you guys look this? Maybe not Dr. Drew. That reminds me. I'm doing something. There we go. Old Capmeister's got to get his vaccines on that stuff. I'm not going to mess around with it.
In Los Angeles right now. This is unbelievable. I can't believe I live in a city where this is not third world, Laura. This is medieval. Third world countries are insulted if they are accused of being like this. No city on earth.
You live there, Drew?
The entire
Capital Flight,
population is
leave.
at risk.
The more homeless, the more crime. The more trash. The more trash, the more rats. The more rats, the more disease. If Democrats...
Got it.
Stand up straight. Officials don't know what he took, but it's likely a drug called spice, and it's not long before he's loaded into an ambulance.
Well, that's not a white person.
Having a massive housing shortage, the area has absorbed at least 1 million illegal immigrants, 10% of the nation's total. They all seem to be finding homes a lot easier than LA's vast homeless population. Los Angeles is also a perfect illustration of late-stage capitalism's visceral disregard for quality of life. For a modern city, LA's public transport system is shockingly poor.
It's like me at the library.
Which means most people travel everywhere by car, and the traffic is notoriously...
Oh, here we go. This is what, the number one reason
horrendous.
I'd say.
Los Angeles is the global leader in urban congestion, worse than Delhi, Beijing,
Look at all that pollution.
Or anywhere on the planet.
I thought those
Texas A&M study found that sitting in traffic eats up $1,300 a year for the average Angelino in fuel prices and time wasted.
Oh God, that is a low. That is 13. That is so low. No, maybe gas costs alone, but no, that you waste more than $1,300 a year. Try like 13,000, easy.
Angelinos spend an average 104 hours stuck in traffic jams every single year.
104 divided by 8. That is 13 days off. That's 2 weeks vacation. No, that's more than 2 because you get 5. That's almost having 3 weeks vacation because you get the weekends. You can put 5, and then
Smog in LA is so bad. Sunsets look like nuclear bomb blasts. They also have something called purple alert days, which means if you go outside and breathe, you basically just get cancer and die. LA is also a death trap for pedestrians and cyclists. Pedestrian fatalities from being hit by a car are triple the national average, while cyclists...
Did any of my listeners need to know not to go to Los Angeles? Did any of you need to know that?
Fatalities are double the national average. So it's no surprise that those yoga studios, new age gurus, juice bars and hippie retreats aren't doing shit. Avocado on gluten-free toast isn't going to hide the fact that you live in a superficial, congested, trash-strewn, dystopian, rat-infested hellscape. You're all relentlessly miserable. No independent purpose in life. Imagine my shock. Given all this, is it any wonder that people are fleeing Los Angeles in droves?
A recent breakdown of last year's
here's the
census numbers.
I'll tell you this, they got a moving truck up there now. You can see renting moving vans. Like, If you're in Phoenix or Vegas or any town they're moving to, they have a surplus of vans because everyone's moving out of California. So they're dirt cheap if you want to rent a van. They're super expensive if you're in San Francisco or Los Angeles because everyone needs to get out. And we're talking thousands of dollars. Yeah, thousands of people move out of Southern California.
Show a trend that's hard to ignore. More people are leaving Orange and LA counties than are moving in.
Soaring rents and home prices have eviscerated the middle in between.
All right. Oh, now we have
arrests and property
fires.
damage of over $1 billion.
No,
A poll found that for the first time since the '92 riots, there is an increase in the number of people living in Los Angeles who fear that more civil unrest is likely within 5 years. I asked
speculation
increasing. Places I used to walk are now virtually unwalkable. Too many illegals, no one speaks English around here anymore. Things.
Blah, blah, blah. He's just going through tweets.
Leveling a certain area and institutionalizing the homeless, giving them shelter, healthcare, and amenities of daily life, along with
don't care
from the movie Idiocracy. It's horrible.
Don't care. I don't care what people in California say about how shitty their towns are. Because you're either a leftist and you voted for it, and you look at these people that he's quoting, they are probably leftists, or you are a non-leftist who should have moved out long ago. You're a cuck. You're the definition of a cuck if you're in a leftist shithole and you make no plans to move out. And then you complain about it.
Where in the valley and all the surrounding tent cities, and they don't care. So long as they can be privately chauffeured around, so long as they can retreat to the safety of their Beverly Hills mansions, so long as they can avoid the immediate consequences of the squalor, and so long as...
Yeah, okay, limousine liberals got it.
Better. Democrat voters, Democrat politicians. But don't take my word for it. Listen to what this Guardian journalist said about how guilty liberals assuage their cognitive dissonance. I did what most do, got on with life. Enjoyed the weather, the food, the ocean, the concerts. I could pretend that it was hard, that I felt forever nagged by the extreme inequality. It wasn't, and I didn't. The great, terrible truth is that the wonders and distractions of Los Angeles made it easy, over the years, to look away, to no longer care quite so much.
Okay, so that's Rory Carroll. At least he's honest. He's an honest liberal.
Ignorance is bliss. But does any of this matter, given that Los Angeles is probably going to be wiped out by natural disasters anyway, thanks to the San Andreas fault?
Oh, see now, okay, all right.
700.
Now you're getting your InfoWars.
Literally a shithole.
Well, there you go, dude. There's my video response. I don't know. I'm not going to disagree with it. It's true. It's all true, but it's nothing we didn't know. I didn't know it was that bad with the bubonic plague. Now I have a new thing to do on my to-do list. That's it. All right. Questions, answers, requests, assholeconsulting.com. Check out all the links down below. We'll see you guys later. Tools.